30, 20, retard. 5.
And welcome guys to yet another episode of Wrong Side Simulations, bringing you the best content from the wrong side of the airplane, the right seat. And as always, my name is Blake and I'm a real-world flight dispatcher, aiming to bring you a little more context to your flight sim viewing experience. Today, again, we're going to be flying on the brand new virtual SWA, Virtual Southwest Airlines. It's a new virtual airline that just started pretty much yesterday, I believe. Yesterday, the day before. Something of that nature. We got some questions on yesterday's stream about how to sign up, join, and get flying for Virtual Southwest. And this will also apply to Virtual Spirit and Virtual American, as well as any other airlines that use VMSIS, I don't know, whatever, the Pegasus ACARS client, if you will. If the airline's with that, then this will apply to that. It's the same interface regardless of what airline. Zach, I saw your question in the chat, and actually we don't know yet because we're going to go through the processes of signing up for the airline, where to get the Pegasus client, and then how to book and fly a flight. So all I know is we landed in Baltimore yesterday from Norfolk, so we're going to continue our trip. It's probably going to be a one flight today. Crystal's going to be home a little bit early, so I think we're going to go out to eat. At least I'm going to try to get her to go out to eat. She's been eating super healthy and eating a bunch of, like green shit at the house. That don't do me no good. I want to go get Mexican and get some birria tacos and 42-ounce margarita, but I digress. So before we get started on that, let's say hello to everybody in the chat. The chat is popping today. I don't think I've ever started a stream and seen the chat already this long, so that is very exciting. Aviation Geek, how's it going, my friend? Awesome little test flight on Infinite Flight earlier. Keep hammering at that, man. And I'd like to see some more of that content. Wes, hey, my friend, how is it going? Great to see you. Jet Kid, yo, what is up, dude? The OG Shaq actually has a big part of this stream, even though he's not like in the stream and gonna be flying. He is a part of this, as you see in the thumbnail. We have a little announcement about a friendly competition contest that him and I are going to do. More on that later. Hillbilly Gypsy, what is up, dude? Welcome. Zach, I will answer your question as we go through this process. So if you're planning on flying along again today, just stand by and we'll get to that part. Dustin can finally watch live for once. In fact, I was thinking about you as I was setting this up. I was like, shit, man, it's gonna be another time frame where he's not gonna be able to watch again. But glad you're here. Michael, know this terminal all too well. Oh yeah, I've actually never flown into Baltimore. I've flown past it plenty of times, but never into it. But that is cool. Thanks for joining us. Great to see you in the chat. And let's see what else we got. DVD 231, is that Midway negative? It is not. It is Baltimore. KBWI. Can't remember who made this. I think it's CAT3DESIGN Design, I believe. But nonetheless, welcome. Nick, what's up, my friend? This is Nick is another one of the guys. Nick and Hillbilly, as well as Alex, if he pops into the chat. These are the three main guys who are running this virtual airline. So kudos to you for kicking ass and taking names, doing what I can to try to promote this kick-ass brand new airline. So thank you for your continued efforts. Pilot Porter, what is up, my friend? Great to see you. And it looks like that is everybody. So real quick, let's roll through this process. I'm sure pretty much everybody in the current chat knows how to sign up and get a flight started, fly the flight with a virtual airline. But this will also pertain to folks who don't know, and I'll put chapters in this as well as soon as I conclude the stream for those folks. So we do have some bags being loaded. They don't even know where those bags are going yet, so I don't know how they're loading them bags on the airplane. But nonetheless, let's jump over to the website. In fact, let's turn down all these sounds so we can focus. I'm one of those type of people, I can't talk if there's a whole bunch of background noise going on. So for those of you who are new to this, in the description below is the link to this website for Southwest Virtual Airlines. So first thing you'd want to do is you want to go hit join. Now I've already joined, so it's likely just going to take me straight to the login screen. But you click join, and you would, if I remember correctly, you're probably just going to put in an email address. You'll just roll through the prompts. Once you have signed up, I'm sure you have to go to your email, verify your email more than likely. Can't remember, because again, when you sign up for one of any of these airlines you see on the screen, the same login works for all three, and you choose which airline you're going to fly for that day. So as you can see, I'm signed up with Virtual Spirit, Virtual American, and Virtual Southwest. So once you have signed up and you come to the screen where you would see Virtual Southwest, you're going to click on that airline, and it's going to take you to the main screen. From here, you got some very general information. This is where you'll book your flight. You also have a destination map. Once you have some PIREPs filed, you can look at your last PIREP. You can look at some general information about yourself as a pilot. As you can see, I've got 4 PIREPs filed. My average landing rate is -107. I've got almost 3.5 hours built up with 825 points and 0 bonus points. Bonus points are typically awarded if they're doing like focus events on focus cities, which I believe right now are all cities out west. I think out in Vegas. So if you fly in or out of a focus city, you get bonus points. And then if there's anybody else that's currently flying, they would be listed right here. As of right now, nobody is flying. There's no current flights, but we're about to change that because we're going to be on there. You can also click the map and see everybody else who's flying around. Just to give a little more context to this, let's jump over to Virtual American. They've been established for a little bit longer. The guys who ran vSpirit also started Virtual American, so they brought a lot of those people with them to Virtual American, so it's kind of grown a little faster than probably most virtual airlines. But as you can see, they got several pilots that are flying right now, some that are offline, some that are on vSWA. Tells you their city pair, their call sign, estimated time of departure, estimated time en route, distance, and what phase of flight that they are in. You can also go to the map, just like we were looking at with Southwest, and you can see everybody who is currently flying. So that is what that would look like once Virtual Southwest grows a bit more. We'll see more pilots that are flying. So now, how do you book a flight? Well, from this screen, you can click Book a Flight or Book Flight, and it'll ask you for your first time. It'll ask you where you want to be based. It'll give you a drop down, and there's going to be airports to choose from, and you can select whatever airport you want to be. I guess not even based out of. It's just where it's going to start you at. So for me, I started in Orlando, and my first flight out of Orlando was down to Lauderdale, then did return flight. Since we've been flying over the past couple of days with Virtual Southwest, my current position is in Baltimore. Therefore, you can see the little logo here has a little person icon. That means that's where you're at. Stand by, guys. Actually, I'm not even gonna answer. It's Crystal. Big whoop. So from there, you have all these different icons, and this is basically where you can fly to from your present position. So I'm thinking maybe today, maybe we'll do like Indy. I'm sure Jay EQ will pop into the chat, and he will lose his mind that we're flying to his hometown. Or we can make it nice and short and head to Cleveland. Maybe get a round trip in. I don't know. What to do? I haven't flown into Cleveland in forever. Let's go to Indy. That way I have a little bit more time in the chat to talk with y'all. Now, brings me to my next point. So let's say, like, if you're flying with a pilot's life as well, so you're flying your Southwest Airlines and a pilot's life, and you also have Virtual Southwest, and your first flight of your schedule in a pilot's life is out of Indianapolis, and you need to somehow get your position over to Indy. Well, all you have to do is select Indy, and then over here on the left you've got jump seat. And so if I click that, that'll automatically move my position from Baltimore over to Indy. It's almost as if I jump seated or I deadheaded over to Indy to start a trip. So you do have that ability. If for whatever reason you need to move around or you want to fly a certain city pair, you can just jump seat over to where you need to go as your origin. You might have to do it a couple times if the airport you're trying to get to isn't serviced with direct flights from your present position, but it's not a big deal. As far as I know, you can jump seat as much as you need to. So we're going to click book flight. And from here, we're going to have a couple different options. We're going to have, the first thing we want to do is choose which exact flight we want. These are all direct flights from Baltimore over to Indianapolis. So you can just choose whichever one you want. They're all pretty much identical. This looks like a reposition flight since it's a 9900 number. We kind of do the same thing at my airline. Repos for us are like 88s and 99s, and then ferry flights are like part 91, so we call them 91, so to me, that's probably a reposition flight. If you wanted to fly a repo, you can definitely do it. You can even book yourself with no passengers, as if you're repositioning the flight for to pick up its line of flying from Indy. But we are going to choose a revenue flight, so we'll go with I don't know, Southwest 370. So we got this one here. We're going to tab over, or not tab over. We're going to scroll over. We can see what aircraft fly this route. They've got all three: the 737-8 Max, or 8 Max, however they fucking label their shit. It's getting weird. You go from 800, 700, 600s, and then you go to Dash 8, and then whatever. So, Boeing. Then you got your estimated time en route. So if you're kind of curious, the generalized time, they're estimating an hour and 42 minutes en route at CI-40. It's 447 miles. So if this is the one that we want, we'll click this little plus sign, and today we're going to be flying the 737-700 again. I keep flying the 700 because I have my Bravo already set up for it. So from here, if we want a specific tail number, we can choose that. You can scroll down. There's a whole list of tail numbers, and if we wanted to, we could probably find the tail number that we're actually flying in the sim. But to keep things easy and streamlined, we'll just click any 737-700. Now from here, we can either cancel booking, so if we change our mind, we don't want to fly today, we can cancel the booking. We can dispatch via SimBrief, where SimBrief will dictate everything. It'll choose your altitude, it'll choose your fuel, it's going to choose your route, it's going to choose everything. It just presents you with an OFP. If you're a real airline pilot, that's somewhat realistic because dispatch is going to generate your OFP for you, operational flight plan. But often SimBrief will do a lot of things that are incorrect, like it'll put you at 38,000 feet for a 40-minute long flight. You're not going to get that high on that short of a flight, stuff like that. So to remain in control of everything with the flight plan, I like to do it myself. So what I will end up doing is I'm going to go open SimBrief next, and I'm going to end up dispatching without SimBrief. Basically, I'm using my own SimBrief decisions to dictate what I want to do. So we're going to create a new flight. The call sign is 30 or 370, so we're going to put that in there real quick. SWA 370. Leaving Baltimore, headed over to Indy. Real quick, we'll take a look at the TAF. Gusty winds, but other than that, let's see, it's 2100. Yeah, so we'll definitely there at 0100. Got broken at 1500. So if we were getting there an hour before, hour after this line in the TAF, we would require an alternate. Although I know Southwest Airlines has exemptions for this, as do we. So long story short, we don't need an alternate. Winds are a little bit gusty. If you were afraid of some low level wind shear or something, you could tack on some extra gas or precautionary alternate if you want to. For me, I'm not going to take an alternate. We'll just go with none. And we're going to depart. We'll say 2130 is fine. Choose our airplane profile in here. I'm going to go to 737-700 one class or single class. Let's put in that CI40 that that vSWA dictates. So again up here, these flights are conducted under CI40. So we got CI40 in the box. We're going to depart off runway 28, 23 right's our arrival runway. That's just what it's choosing. If you want, you can get nitty gritty, pull up digital ATISs and see what they're actually taking off and landing. Not going to do that since it doesn't look like, at least as of right now, we're going to be in controlled airspace. Then you got your extra fuel. This fuel can be used for whatever. This fuel is below the line. It's not protected. It's not in the man required takeoff fuel. So that will be just for whatever, like extended taxi outs or whatever the case. Contingency fuel for any contingencies that we anticipate en route. I don't see any weather. We do have some gusty winds. So with those gusty winds, you may not be able to be stable by 1,000 feet. So let's tack on 25 minutes, plus we got our 10 minutes below the line for the gusty winds. Now, back over to this page. Southwest is telling us we've got 116 passengers and 2,000 kilos of payload. Let's translate the kilos real quick. That's going to be 4,400 pounds of payload. So 116 passengers, we'll drop that into there. Freight, 4.4. Bam. And then from here, I like to go ahead and generate and see what SimBrief chooses on the altitude. Often, especially when going westbound against the headwinds, it'll choose an optimal flight level. So sometimes, even though it might be a little bit of a longer flight, you might see lower altitudes than like 36 or 38,000 feet. So I like to see what it chooses just to see where that optimal altitude is at, and then I'll go from there. So it chose 38,000 feet, hour and 36 minutes en route, so it's just a little bit faster than the estimated that's in virtual Southwest, and that's pretty normal. Even in real life, whenever flights are scheduled, they usually pad the block time a little bit. You got the taxi out, the taxi in, your en route time, plus they'll pad it just a little bit for performance reasons. Cool. So now what we can do is, oh hell, my Airbus MCDU screen is way on down there. So now I gotta pull that out. Stand by. Alright, there we go. That's why it's so tiny. Because it was on that little bitty MCDU screen. It's under my desk. Okay, so from here we're going to finish booking our flight with virtual Southwest. So for the altitude, putting in 38,000 feet. We got our passengers, got our cargo, no alternate. We're not sharing the cockpit. We'll fly on vSWA, and we'll grab our route off of here as well. Throw that in. And our estimated time of departure is going to be 21:30 Zulu. Now, from this point, everything is green. Everything is good to go. So we'll hit dispatch without SimBrief. Alright, so now the flight is booked. It's ready to go. There's nothing else that we need to do in this screen unless you want to book another flight. You can come down to book additional flight if you want to redispatch. If you want to change something, say like you don't like the altitude and you hit dispatch without, you can hit redispatch. It'll take you back to that previous screen and you can make the changes that you want. Alright, so we're done with this. I'm going to drag this up and out the way. Sweet. Now we need to open up the Pegasus client. So back over actually to our virtual Southwest, back to the home screen. You'll have to go to Resources, and then Pegasus ACARS client. And Pegasus, using vSWA PC, will talk to the sim, and this is how it tracks you and knows what you're doing. So you'll click download, it'll download, you install it, follow the prompts, everything's pretty easy with that, and then log in to Pegasus client using the same login for your virtual Southwest page. So once you've done that, when you log into Pegasus, it's going to bring you to this screen. You have all of your VAs that you're signed up with. They'll all show here, and you choose which one you plan on flying. In fact, it'll even show you which one has a booked flight on it. So if I close it and reopen to allow it to refresh, there you go. You can tell that now it's got a flight from Baltimore to Indy that's booked on Southwest, so we'll choose Southwest. And then from here, you got your general info again that we saw on the home page. If you change your mind and you don't want to fly Southwest, you can go fly someone else. You can click Select VA, and it brings you back to the previous, and you can choose the VA you want to fly for. Now under bookings, this is where you'll have some general information. So in Baltimore, they depart out of gates Alpha 1 through Alpha 11, Bravo 2 through Bravo 15, Charlie 8 through Charlie 14. Huge Southwest presence in Baltimore. Then you would have some arrival information if it's available. This information will come over time. I know from working with Virtual Spirit and Virtual American, the guys who handle all this typically have to go in and put the information in airport by hand. It's very tedious, and for an operation as big as Southwest, running 4,300 flights a day with a fleet of over 800 aircraft, this information is going to take a little time to get put in. So bear with them on that. So the first thing that we'll do when we're ready to fly is we're going to hit start. So that's going to start the ACARS client. That brings us down to the next little spot, and you can tell here that it is connected. It is connected to the simulator. It's detecting the aircraft type, and it also knows what stand that we are departing out of. After that, let's see what this is about. Pilot top percent tracker. Nope. Cool. Don't even worry about that button. If you want to look at your OFP that you generated through SimBrief, you have that here. You can scroll down through it. I actually do use this functionality because it will also use the SimBrief format that you have selected in SimBrief, whereas Volanta does not. Therefore, I use Pegasus. And again, just like the other page, we got our flight map. So if there's anybody else flying, you'd see them. It'd probably take a couple minutes, but you'll see us pop up down here on the map as well. Then you got general settings. You can change some colors. A few different things. I actually don't even look into much of this. Put in your SimBrief username, that way it's able to pull your SimBrief. And then you got some Southwest Airlines announcements. I have them disabled because I generally use PAX. But if you don't use PAX and you want some announcements, you can enable those, and also what audio source you want. I guess you can also upload some custom sound packs. I haven't gotten that deep into that with any of the VAs. But if you can find announcements for individual airlines, you'd be able to upload that per airline. So if I was flying vSpirit, I would hear Spirits. If I was flying Virtual American, I would hear the American Airlines one. That way you don't have to always change and stuff like you do in PAX. Some of this, I haven't really messed with, like the simulator, airport stands, and company stands. Force update, don't really know what that is. I'm not going to mess with it. So that is the process of booking a flight and starting the flight. So now everything is ACARS is started or engaged, however you want to word that. I just saw myself and Zach are now both populated here in the current flights, and you can tell he's going to be flying with us. Zach is going to be Southwest 1724 operating over to Indy. And he is flying the 737-800, and we'll be flying the 737-700. Now, also, sometimes folks might find a little bit weird that you've got two aircraft that are departing so close to each other heading to the same destination. That actually happens pretty often. All you need is one flight that operates, say, at 10 a.m. and the next flight that operates at 11 a.m. but the 10 a.m. flight is delayed for maintenance for like a good 45-50 minutes. Next thing you know, you got two flights that are departing around the same time, going to the same destination. It happens. Cool. So that's that. We are done with that for now. You can monitor that if you like. I usually just put it into the background once I'm ready to depart. So now with all that said and done, let's let me fix this overlay. We're going to go to Indy, and we are Southwest Airlines 370. Cool. And that has updated. Add my flight plan to Volanta. That's updated as well. I don't think there's anything else I need to update. Let's get packs going, shall we? Oh, other thing I need to do. I need to pre-file my sim brief. And for today's flight, I went back and watched some of yesterday's stream, and sounded to me like the flight sim sounds weren't nearly loud enough, so I'll be turning those up as we get when we get the engine started and we start taxiing around. Let me know how the audio levels are for you. Right now I've got all the sim sounds down, but I'll be bringing those up once we get into the cockpit. So we're pre-filed. Let's get connected. Connect. Bam. All right. Let's jump into the cockpit. And let's get those sounds back up. Before we get started in the airplane, let's catch up a little bit on the chat. I don't want to ignore you guys too much, especially after yesterday I was talking about how I need to get better at multitasking between the chat and the aircraft. Oh, Friday 13th. Oh shit. What do you mean Friday 13th? So yeah, Nick, I say you already said Friday the 13th. Maybe I missed something, but don't know what that's in reference to. Bidia tacos. You damn right, man. I need some bidia in my life. Otherwise, I'm gonna make Crystal just take her damn healthy food to the restaurant, and she can watch me get nasty in some bidia. And guys, real quick, please, if you haven't smashed the like button, please do that for me. Definitely helps the algorithm. Also, make sure you do the little notification bell and all that shit so you know when I'm going to go live. Once we get airborne, I'm going to talk about the friendly competition that Shaq and I have determined. Oh, we launched on Friday. Oh, shit. That's a great day to choose. But yeah, Shaq came up with a great idea as a way to promote this VA as well as have a friendly competition. And also, y'all can join us in the competition as well as you like, if you like, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Blake don't like green stuff. Sure don't. I like meat. I'm basically Ron Swanson. If y'all watch Parks and Rec, I am pretty much Ron Swanson. I figured you'd be taking her to Waffle House. Shit. I wish. Could you imagine, like, a salad at Waffle House? Probably wouldn't be great. Let us probably be turned. Yeah. Oh, you sparked. Okay, cool. Yeah, it didn't give me the option for Southwest, so I just chose ATS since, you know, they're a contracted ground carrier. That sounds like ATS loaded bags don't read don't read the tags. And that's funny. Actually, don't know how to fly with a virtual airline. Well, now you know. Now, hopefully that was good enough. And if not, then I can always cover what I need to for you. Blake, I responded to your most recent Discord. Roger that. I think I actually have Discord open in case you responded, so I'll take a look at that here in a minute. Hey, the sim brief puts you too high. It puts 380 between Dallas Love and Houston all the time. Yeah, and most aircraft are designed like they operate best if they pretty much climb straight up and they come right back down. Any level of cruise, I don't know if, I guess is less fuel efficient or something. So like most software is designed to actually climb up and then come right back down. Alpha 15, roger that. So you are right around the corner from me. I don't think the custom sounds work on Pegasus, or at least haven't found a way to make them work. Gotcha. Okay. Have you seen? No, I looked the other day and there was nothing there yet. It said coming soon. So let's see what's on there. Resources South WA Life, South WA SWA. You can find our recommended deliveries, the FCOM, a checklist. Nice. And we have a checklist. Nice. We'll have to like read and study that checklist before I even try to stream with it, because I will screw that up. The flight crew operations manual, that'd be a good read through. Recommended delivery list. That's also good information. Probably that. So guys, as you fly on this virtual airline, it has to build the database of the tail numbers. So you may see some times where your PIREP is not immediately accepted, and that could be because of the tail number being a new tail number to their database. Oh man, the OG, my ride or die from day one. Rio is in the house, guys. Flaps 121 Simulations. What is up, dude? Watching you and training my son at the same time. What you training the little man on? But also, man, it's great to see you in the chat. Hope all is well with you, dude. All right. Well, let's get this thing running so we can get out of here and talk about this friendly little contest that we're gonna have. Side note for you guys, for PAX, when it comes to flight time, I usually extend my flight time just a little bit, because it doesn't account for, like, if you're having to fly a downwind, circle around and come back kind of thing. It depends on the set and the star as well, but or the star. But I like to extend my flight time by just a little bit. It's that kind of padding thing we were just talking about, and that will usually help you not arrive, too late or too early. 116 passengers, perfecto. And I need some Southwest boarding announcements. Cool. We'll go with that. We're boarding up. The main cabin door is open. Sweet. Let's roll through. Have everything kind of in a turn, APU off. Whatever you want to call it. Let's go fuel. We're just going to load the fuel up real quick. Been on the ground long enough as it is. So our fuel's going to be 15,000 even. And our payload, we're looking at a zero fuel weight of 115.6. Sweet. Loaded up there. Position the nets. And we'll turn on the second camera. So we are in Baltimore. We're at Alpha 16, I believe. Of course, it's not in the database. Our airport reference point is North 3910, which we got west 07640. Perfect. So that does align. Departing Baltimore, headed over to Indy. And again, with this tablet FMS, you can't type too fast. It's kind of slow. SWA 370. And let's go to depart. Departing off of runway 28 on the Terp 7. 28, Terp 7. Remay transition. Let's go over to route next. From Remay, it's going to be Q72 to Hacks. And then we can go back to the arrivals page. Arrival, planning on landing on 23 right. And then it's going to be the snack pit. I don't know. You'll see when we get to it. This one's snake pit 2, I guess is what it would be. I'm terrible at like figuring out what the hell what they mean for them to say. And then let's get these. Unload that. Import from SimBrief. BB Indy. Approach. 23 right. And we're going to go with racing as the approach via. Alright, let's just cross check our legs. Got a discon there, so we'll join that. Perfect. Activate. Yep. Climb. 370. Correction 380. And then our fuel again. 15.0 even. Come on, you piece of shit. 15.0. Zero fuel weight 115.6. Reserve fuel we are looking at 3.1. Cost index of 40. And then winds are 271 at 107. Shit. That is going to be damn near straight up 107 knot headwind. So we're going to watch those fuel burns as best we can. Remind me if I forget to look. We'll make sure our fuel burns are good since we're going against a pretty strong headwind. Minus 55 is going to be the outside air temperature at altitude. And let's see, we'll do a derated takeoff with the temperature, let's call it 61. Go flaps 5. CG of 18.7 gives us a trim of 7.39. V1's 124, V2's 127, V2 is 134. So now let's square away. Flight director's on. 134. You know me, I like to put in the runway heading for departure runway, which is going to be 285. Thank you, ma'am. .285's in there. Terp 7, our top climb is going to be depends on the waypoint. We're going to Remay. Remay, 17,000. Sweet. Let's go get our Unicom frequency in the box. That's in there. Cool. It's auto thrust and cool. I think we're just about set. Let's get all of our doors closed. Release our ground power. Prepare for pushback. Alright, let's finish up the overhead. Do we have center tank fuel? No. Those pumps on. Probe heat. Hydraulics. Cruising altitude is going to be 38,000. And our landing elevation 783, so it'll be 800.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Beacons on. Let's go traffic, FPV, radio, since it's going to be on an ILS. We're looking good. Pierce, hey man, what's the competition announcement? And what is the tutorial for? So the tutorial we've already covered. It was if you're new to virtual airlines, how to sign up, how to get started on a virtual airline, and how to book a flight, and how to get flying. That's basically what that was for. We had a couple people yesterday in the stream who, oh hell, now we're in controlled airspace. We're gonna have to get a PDC. Shit. BB Addons, arrival. Approach runway 33 left, 33 right, departing 28. Info Alpha. I'm gonna tell those guys to shut up for now because we're gonna have to get our Addons or our that's not an actual DC center. There you go, 3372. DC Center, Southwest 370, looking for IFR to Indy. No, I'm on the wrong. 3372. I put in 3272. Let me see if I hear anybody.
Identifying 207.
Check it 207 or net contact. It's going to be at the quarter 4 arrival whenever you're ready. The Philly altimeter shows 29067.
29067 local and would descend to the quarter 4 arrival. American 207.
DC Center, Southwest 370 is on the ground here in Baltimore, looking for IFR over to Indy.
It's on the ground at Baltimore, requesting IFR to Indianapolis.
Okay, the first Southwest at 1724, go ahead, and I was Southwest 1724, you'll see the key camera stuff.
DC Center, Southwest 370. We're looking for PDC as well. We're going to Indy just like the other one.
Okay.
Me and Zach stepping on each other. That's funny. So the competition we actually haven't announced just yet. I was going to wait till we got airborne, but since you're asking, and we're kind of stuck at the moment, so Shaq and I are having this competition, and that's Captain Shaquille O'Neal, for those of y'all who aren't familiar with him. I believe he might still be in the chat. But we are having a friendly little competition of who can make it to captain first here on Virtual Southwest. And we invite anybody else who would like to join us to race us to become captain first. Don't really know what the prize would be per se, but it's just a friendly competition and a way for us to, for him and I to kind of promote this new VA that's brand new and being ran by some awesome guys. So yeah, it's not like the most climatic thing in the world, but that's the plan. We're going to race and see who can win, become the first captain. So we need you need 10,000 points and 100 hours of accepted flight time with Virtual Southwest to become a captain. Let me see what Billy said real quick.
DC Center, Southwest 1724, ready for taxi at Baltimore.
Southwest 1724, stand by. Southwest 1724, roger, runway 28 taxi near Tango Echo Papa Uniform.
And I'm in talks with some of the guys at Virtual Southwest about see what kind of cool ranks we can come up with that are also realistic to real life. So there's some stuff possibly in the works on that, so stand by for more on that. We're also looking to possibly, myself and Shaq, to have some special Virtual Southwest vSWA liveries made as a way to promote the virtual airline, as well as our channels and that kind of stuff. So we'll see. There's we got some stuff in the works. It's pretty cool, just to make things fun. And we'll see where it goes. But I think this airline is going to be it's going to be top notch, as Rio would say in the chat. Alrighty, let's see. We got our PDC. Call sign transponder 0530. Altitude 380, depart BWE around Indy, Terp 7, Ramay, okay, as found. Altitude restrictions, maintain 4,000. That's weird, because 17 is published. Maintain 4,000, additional information, departure frequencies 3372. Current ATIS when ready to push. Ready to push, or if you have questions or reference. Alright. And DC Center Southwest 370 is at gate Bravo 16 here in Baltimore, ready for push and start.
37 is push approved.
Push approved, Southwest 370, we've got information alpha. Alrighty, here we go. I don't know if it timed down or not.
Commencing push.
There we go.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Beacon is on.
Saturday 251 runway 33 left, clear left.
Clear to land 33 left, 298, 1051.
At the wind of Baltimore, so 220 at 7.
Nerdy, I would totally try this new VA out. The only problem is the big Virtual Southwest won't let me join another VA unless I want to be kicked out. And so, Nerdy, that's another reason why this new Virtual Southwest was kind of made, because the current Southwest, or the other Southwest that was out there, they're kind of like that. They're very restrictive. A lot of unnecessary issues and problems that they, I don't know, it's just, these guys wanted to create something that was a little more chill, a little more laid back, a little more flight sim friendly, flight simulator pilot friendly, I guess you could say. Just a much more laid back environment while trying to maintain some realism, but like not being freaking crazy about it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you get M58, is about 20 miles south east of the orbital VOR at 120,000, climbing to 20,000.
Tell you what, we might do a probably 2-engine taxi out of here since we're on vSWA and we're going to be pretty busy with
And it's 758.
we're talking to center and all.
Squawk 1163. 1163 in India, 1058.
Bye. Have a great day, Mr. Rimper. I need something to drink. I won't tell if you won't. We're going to try our best to replicate the career path of a new commercial airline pilot is like. We invite y'all to do it with us. Yes, sir. To be honest, that's exactly why you should join us. No hobby or club should kick you out for wanting to do what you like. Yep, Shaq said it very damn well. Very, very well. But feel free to join us, man. You really will have a good time. You sure shit will. Kevin, I want to join. Well, come on, man. You'd be pushed for time, but you're more than welcome to come and fly with us. Myself and Zach are flying from Baltimore over to Indianapolis, KIND. Kind. Even got a little DC Center online with us. Dan, do you work in the aviation industry? I do. I am a manager of flight dispatch at a major Part 121 carrier in the United States. So I oversee all the guys that do all the flight planning for the pilots and all that good stuff.
763, IDAT is not observed. IDAT. So that's airing 1858? Yep, IDAT please. And it's 1050 ready contact altitude Cape Palavo 190, climate maintain Palavo 200. Climate maintain flight level 200, airing 1858.
6.4. Speeds are verified. Sweet. Let's go. We're going to go TA. RX, I don't know if it squawks mode Charlie in TA. Phoenix doesn't. And let's pull out our charts. DC Center, Southwest 370, ready to taxi, Baltimore, information Alpha.
Number 370, Roger, runway 28 taxi via India, Tango, Echo, Papa, uniform.
We'll taxi to runway 28 via Tango, Echo, Papa, uniform, Southwest 370.
Number 1724, you ready at the end?
Here we go.
Yes, we are ready at runway 28 in Baltimore.
Number 1728, Roger, runway 28, there's the breakup.
Runway 28, clear for takeoff, Southwest 7824.
I'm going to stereo cockpit while I try to focus on not screwing this up. Not the best with the taxi instructions. Tango Echo. Clear left and clear right. This bumpy ass airport. That's what I thought.
DC Center, good afternoon, American 72 with you at 277, climbing 360.
American 11.
Alright guys, how are the sounds? Can you hear the airplane? Can you still hear me? Let me know how the sounds are. Yesterday it seemed like the sim sounds were way too low. There goes Zach. Yeah.
Bloomberg 4423 Washington, Addons.
Look at him go. He fly. Lola, he ballin'.
We are climbing 287 to 360.
Awesome. Sounds are perfect. That's what I want to hear. Right, here comes Echo up here to the right.
You won't be able to go that high for that wood flight.
Roger that, we'll go down to 220 American 72, section up.
Southwest 1724, radar contact, climb and maintain, follow up 360.
I'll maintain flight level 360 for Southwest 1724.
Uniform.
By 4423, radar contact, reset your transponder, Glock 1151, 1151. 1151 under box. Blue 65174 Washington Center, IDEP please. 65174, radar contact, 1A roll, clear up to Baltimore, and resume the clipper from there. Landing south, the Washington altimeter showing 200, 69er, and information Foxtrot is there.
Man, look at this taxiway. That's rough. So we get some of these frames back. Alright.
American 207, unfortunately, the New York Center is closed for a 77 and frequency still approved.
What, that's for American 207?
Yes, sir, frequency change approved, good evening. Southwest 370, runway 28, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff runway 28, Southwest 370.
American 1444, descent via the Chesley 4 arrival, landing south, the Charlotte altimeter showing, showing 2982.
Alright, we are clear for takeoff and clear on the approach. Clear down the runway.
Blue 65174, clear up to Baltimore, and you can receive the clipper arrival from there. American 72, for now, descend and maintain, follow
285 heading, let's roll. Toga.
We're going down to 220 American 72.
Airspeed alive.
Damn, off-roading on this runway.
8 knots.
Jesus.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Acceleration, altitude.
Southwest 370, radar contact now, maintain flight level 380.
Coming to take flight level 380, Southwest 370. Autopilot. Altitude. Let's go flaps 1 first. And flaps up. Ooh, look at that. Pretty. We're not in icing conditions. It's currently 16 degrees outside where we're at. Some nasty looking stuff out there though.
Southwest 1724 for duplicate and crosser, we send the service on the squawk.
Could you repeat that for for Southwest 1724?
3622 Southwest 1724.
Over to 3622 for Southwest 1724.
Alright, there's 10 degrees Celsius. We are now in icing conditions. Engine ice on. So let's see. K, E, R, D. Checkered. Headings gonna be 050.
Washington Depot 873 50360.
Alright, 10,000 feet.
DC Center, is there an event going on?
What?
Oh, that's shit. Jay's flying.
Two 65174 flight 820.
All right.
DC Center is at 1901.
Let's go back to that. All right, back to the chat. Oh, let's see.
Good afternoon, Washington Center, American 312.
Not feeling one shot. Had to take the day off. How are you? Ooh, that sucks. Just checked the logbook on 268 in real life. and their MCX. Okay. Anything worth knowing in the logbook? Got anything deferred? See, just checked AC268, no MELs. One economic fault on the number 2 engine in real life. Okay. Well, if you can tell me what an economic fault is, because my airline, we run Airbuses. So that's like an MEL verbiage that I'm not familiar with, that we don't have. So I'm curious to know what would an economic fault be, and how do you have access to the aircraft's logbook? Are you Southwest maintenance control? I meant join virtual Southwest in general. I see what you're saying. But thanks though, definitely will fly with you when I'm VSWA ready. Yeah, VSWA can be a little intimidating for sure. I'm pretty sure that's Zach right out there. So we got a nice little dog leg to the right. Looks like he's going that direction. We'll go ahead and go standard. Standard. And 292. Sweet. Have you ever wanted to become vSWA ATC? I've had my S2 in VAT USA for a few months now, and I would recommend trying it as a side hobby. I haven't ever really been interested in it. I've always been more pilot-hearted, I guess. And I don't know, it just be, like it's very intimidating. Like, it's one thing to go fly on it and only have to talk when they talk to me. Can't even imagine how they manage traffic, especially like Atlanta Center during an event. Like, it's so intimidating, and that'd be tough. But I don't know, maybe if I ever get bored with flying, I guess that's something I could try. I'm not 100% against it. Just too chicken shit, I guess.
1785, 5x5, how do you read?
We're at Pittsburgh 100.
Sparkos, I love SWA. My only problem with joining SWA VA is that you don't get much variation on the aircraft selection. That is true. One thing I could recommend to alleviate that, because that was my issue too with flying V Spirit. You know, I can only choose, especially if I'm flying Microsoft Flight Simulator, the only thing I can fly is the Phoenix or the fly-by-wire. So I'm restricted to a 320 Neo or 320 CO. So if you want some variation, what I would highly recommend is to do this. Let me log out real quick. So I would recommend you can join Virtual Southwest when you're in a little Southwest mood, and you can also join Virtual American for when you want to fly something other than a 7.3. You can fly, 777s and 7.8s and 7.3s, 7.5, 7.6 Airbuses. There's a lot you can fly with Virtual American. So if you subscribe to both, that will kind of alleviate that feeling of like, well, shit, I can only fly, a 7.3 with Southwest. And all three of these actually use the same ACARS client, so it's just a matter of, okay, today I'm flying for American, so I'm gonna click on this one, and tomorrow I'm flying Southwest, I'm gonna click on this one. It's very, very easy to transition, and great quality of life compared to other VAs where you have to download multiple different ACARS clients, whereas this one, it's all in one, and it's super streamlined and it's super easy.
1058, can I request 19 center ILS at Dallas?
When that PMDG Max 8 drops, it's going to be hell yeah. In fact, last night I watched a podcast between some dude I never heard of, some British dude I never heard of, and Robert Randazzo, the CEO of PMDG. It was like a 3.5 hour long, basically just Q&A. And I watched about half of it, and there's a lot of really good information there. The Max 8 is definitely coming. It sounds like their thought process is, because there's a lot of commonality between the NG and the Max 8, so the Max 8 will be will be something that's kind of just, it'll be done without really anybody knowing about it, and they'll just be like, hey, here's Max 8, and like you'll find it in your inbox and be able to go buy it on pmdg.com. They anticipate it'll probably be somewhere like in the midst of the 777, the 777-200 LR and freighter will probably be rolled out. They'll be working on like the 300 or something. Somewhere in there is when they think that the Max 8 would be ready. There's still some contractual stuff going on with the Max 8 behind the scenes, but for the most part, it sounds like the Max 8 for them is very well deep into development and far along.
Would you like to climb back and go back to Chile, or how would you like to do that?
Zach, hell yeah, man, it's incredibly beautiful up here. These all these little cloud formations are awesome. It's pretty cool. We're tracking right behind Zach. That's Zach's chemtrail right there.
Climb and maintain 1,000 for now.
The sun's a little bright, eh? You're right up his ass. If I could request a shortcut, we could probably catch him. Maybe not. Wouldn't be enough of a shortcut. And so Hillbilly, because I know like you're hard on PNG with the EFB. That was one thing they talked about a lot last night. In fact, I almost sent you the podcast with like the time stamp on it. A lot of the stuff with the EFB, they anticipated on being able to implement everything they want because Asobo was telling them like this feature and this feature and this feature will be unlocked through the core of the platform, and that has fallen through. There's a lot of stuff that they haven't been able to do just because Asobo hasn't unlocked that for them yet. They very well could implement like what they would consider a not finished EFB with a lot of the general functionality, but the problems they're having is and I don't really understand this because other EFBs have it, but the connectivity between the airplane and the sim. So I guess like maybe like fuel and payload and that kind of stuff. Like, I don't really know what they mean by that, but they say it's a Asobo that they're waiting on. I'm ready for the PMDG 777 or the 777X. Yeah, they were talking about that last night. The 777X will for sure be coming. You're waiting for the 777-300. I'll take any of them 777s, and I'll probably fly frickin' Orlando to Lauderdale in a 777. I can't sit on this thing for hours and hours. If I'm streaming, like I can't sit on it for just hours and hours on the same flight. Like I like to mix it up, do some short hops where you've got more takeoffs, more landings. You're doing more in the airplane. That's what I enjoy. But if I'm not streaming, then I'll definitely put a 777 in the air and let that bitch fly a long way while I sleep or do something else. Play some COD. Such beautiful plane. The sound set for the GE90s are fire. Yeah, I'd like to hear them. Zero clue what the center told me. Yeah, I was having a hard time understanding him too. I had to turn him up on my end and turn the VSWA sounds down. How are the VSWA sounds for y'all? Are they too loud? Are they right? I'm kind of watching the audio levels and they sound like they could get a little bit too loud. But y'all tell me if they're too loud or not. Man, look at that. Pretty. Screenshot. Center has not asked me to swap frequencies yet. Now, I don't know why they would ask you to swap frequencies, because you still got a ways until you're outside of his airspace.
And I'm sorry, what's the call sign? Because I don't have it in the remark section.
The pilot's life has variation too if you want exposure to multiple planes, airlines, and regions. Yep. I typically fly my virtual airline parallel to what I fly with in a pilot's life. That way, you just get like maximum immersion as far as like what ACARs can track. Like I love the SOP type stuff that Pegasus tracks, like single engine taxis and all that. But then also love a pilot's life and how it tracks your speed, pitch angle, bank angle, when you turn your lights on and off, and all that kind of stuff. If you run both those at the same time, and you're really striving for max points in the virtual airline and max points for the pilot's life, it'll make you a better pilot, as you have to pay a lot more attention to what you're doing and not let the airplane get ahead of you. Even with stuff just as simple as lights.
210 knots and expect the RNAV 419 American 7.
Jay, it's about time, man. I see you flying over there on Volanta. Well, I'm about to let you get away. See you flying. Oh, you're going to Indy too. Cool. Well, me and Zach are going to Indy. We're not too far behind you. Although I'm sure you're not on that sim. But yeah, we'll be just behind you.
Center, Paddock 19-1.
Had a feeling you'll be flying into Indy. Yeah, there you go, Kevin. Filbert flies. I've never even heard of him. He must be pretty badass if he's getting to chat one-on-one with Rob Randazzo. PMDG uses C++ and it does communicate outside the SDK. Look at that, Jay dropping some knowledge on us. So yeah, I guess that's part of the problem, is that the sim, or the plane and the sim can't talk to each other. Turn this sign off. It's been mostly smooth. 3,000 away from our cruising altitude.
Now we're parking at Charlie Terminal. That's right, Billion. That's going to be odd.
Nice. It's well, now we're getting into some damn bumps too that we turn the seatbelt sign off. We'll see if it smooths out by cruise. Sim communicates with the plane's coded C++. PMDG, from the sounds of it, are a small group of devs that use C++. Gotcha. Yeah, so y'all definitely know a lot more about it than I do. That's probably too why like Phoenix was able to do what they've done, because their aircraft like operates in an external environment or something like that. I was testing out today, may do stream tomorrow. Nice. So guys, Aviation Geek below, he was doing a test stream today on Infinite Flight on his phone, and it's been a hot minute since I've flown Infinite Flight. I was kind of impressed with how far along that sim's come. Like it was showing like LNAV and VNAV, like actual, like it was calculating LNAV and VNAV, giving a glide path for the aircraft to follow. So I was pretty impressed by that. So yeah, Avgeek, whenever when you have some time to do some more flying, or even just need more tests, get after it, dude. Skyfall, welcome, my friend. How are you? How's it going? Hope you're having a great day. Again, guys, please smash that like button if you haven't done so already. Greatly appreciate it. In fact, let me go get my liquor, my coffee liquor that I so enjoy to drink, and for every 5 likes, I'll take a shot. So we're at 15 right now, so that's going to be 3 shots right off the bat. I think not the last stream, but the one before that I took 7 and I didn't even feel anything, which is kind of sad. You riding the red line on speed? Let's see. Yeah, we are, and we're at CI 40. If we hit any turbulence, we might be in trouble. I don't think there's like an optimal.
Uniform Delta November 1505, playable clear to
yeah, optimal 3900. So our weight should be good to get up there. We still got 1,000 to go. Let's performance. Let's go CI 0 and see what it does. Yeah, it drops down a little bit. Let's do CI 20.
You can make the left one able. I'm sorry, make the right one able.
We're enabling it since 85.
That'll give us a little bit of a buffer just with all this pitching and a little bit of turbulence that we're getting into. We got the VLS keeps coming up. Don't want to get into that. Into a little coffin corner.
Roger, Julia, enter the ramp onto tilt unit 17 side, thanks.
Nice. So we got Zach right there ahead of us, about 23, 24 miles ahead of us.
Delta 5291, radar contact. Follow maintain follow up 330. You can continue that turn to heading 060.
Oh, Aerofly. Okay, well, that explains it.
Continue turn 030.
And I forgot, is Aerofly's on your phone too, right? Damn, I forgot all about that. I have FS Aerofly 2 on my computer. I plan on getting Aerofly FS4 because it's a hell of a lot of fun in VR. If only it could talk to the outside world and fly like multiplayer, we could do some shared cockpit in VR. Holy shit. What phenomenal shit that would be. That would be incredible. Incredible, I tell you.
What is that? Number 71, 76, 5 bodies, follow 370, 20 miles east of Greensboro, VR.
Southwest 3176, Washington, reset your, hold on, reset your transponder, clock, 4355.
I feel like that's a little too intruding on this beautiful scene.
4355, Southern 31, 76,
and your pipeline is going from somewhere else. It's really different.
I refiled, but it's not working. Stand by, I'll try again.
Or it's just private message through the point I'm going to.
Currently flying SWA Freedom 1 livery, Tampa, New Orleans. Oh yeah, gotta love that Freedom 1 livery for show. I was actually, I was trying to see if there was like a special livery to fly on this flight, but I was a little constrained on time, so I was like, let me worry about that for another time. But so if we ever fly to Texas, we'll fly the Texas 1 or something like that. Fly one of those state liveries. All right, guys, give me a second. I'm gonna go. What time is it? I'm gonna feed the. Actually, no, I'm not, because I fed the dogs too late this morning. Damn, I got like every wheel locked. Let me go grab my my drink real quick. Be right back. Maxie. All these damn dogs in this house.
Washington Delta 1391, did you clear us on the Euro 4?
Will be in place.
All right. So let's see. We are at how many likes now? 16 likes. We're on our way to 20. So for now, this is
Direct.
So get my
Kennedy out of the 1491.
TV tray. You're okay, dog.
Over to Unicom, thank you very much for the ATCs, but 7824.
Over to Unicom for Southwest 370, and like Zach said, thank you for the ATC. Have a great day.
Southwest 3176, can you?
Alright, we are on Unicom, just in time to start drinking. Alright, oh shit, we got 18 now. Hell, we're 2 away from a 4th shot. Maybe we can get 2 more likes by the time I take the first 3 shots. Alright, so this one is for everybody in the chat. Chat. Here's to you. Yes. Whatever. Lone Star 1, whatever. Texas 1. I ain't no Southwest expert. Get off my ass. But duly noted. Alright, shot number 2. is for all the guys over at Virtual Southwest who are kicking ass, taking names with this brand new virtual airline. So Virtual Southwest, here's to you. Yas. Alright, that's dose. And then number 3. Here is to all of my subscribers and for everybody who makes Wrong Side Simulations such a kick-ass, fun YouTube channel to be a part of. Even though I created it, I'm still a part of it. What was that? Anyways, here's to y'all, the Wrong Side Simulations community. Bam. Whew. 3 shots. Now, we are at 18 viewers. So again, for every 5 likes, take a shot. So we're 2 more likes away from shot numero 4. The last stream that I was doing this, I was telling Crystal about it. She's like, "Oh, so you drink a lot of the stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah, for every 5 likes, I take a shot." She's like, "Oh, so that's what you're gonna do now? You're just gonna, for every time you get 5 likes, you're just gonna drink?" Yes, fool. If that's what I want to do, if I'm on my day off and I want to take a shot for every 5 damn likes, I'm gonna take a shot for every 5 damn likes. Kiss my ass. Man, girls and their damn leashes and shit. I don't know who think they can own a human being. The last time I checked, slaves were freed a long time ago. So, you don't own me. Oh, look at that. Now we got 20 likes. Alright, I don't even know who the hell to make this shot out to. What we got? Pilot Porter. Porter, man, thank you so much for the subscription. Greatly appreciate it. Can y'all hear that alarm? Can y'all hear that autopilot disconnect alarm? Yesterday, I went back and I watched a little bit of last night's stream, and there was a subscription, and it showed the notification, but I didn't hear any sound, so I was curious if y'all could hear that or not. Tell her to go get some avocado toast. Yeah. She would like that. Okay, well, how about for every 5 likes you get is a piece of avocado toast for me? Like, that's probably what she'd say. No alarm. Okay. Well, it's kind of good because the alarm lasts way longer than it needs to. Like, after y'all see the notification go away, it still goes for like another 10 seconds. I don't know how to get it shorter, so it's probably a good thing. We'll leave it at that. For y'all, the visual's probably good enough. I just need to hear it so I know to look up. So, Pilot Porter, man, here's to you. Thank you for your subscription, as well as everybody yesterday who subscribed. We picked up, like, I don't know, maybe 10 subscribers between now and yesterday. So that's pretty kick-ass. So, to all the new subscribers, here's to y'all. Now, in all honesty, if and when we hit 1,000 subscribers, and or because there's also, it goes based off of like viewing hours and shit like that. So if I even make it to monetization, I don't know if I'm even gonna do monetization, like do the whole like be like basic economy for $1 a month and business class for $3 a month and like all that stuff. Because I like creative control. And I like to be able to do and say what the fuck I want to do and say on my channel. And I know like monetization kills a lot of that. Like if I accidentally get some bullshit copyright claim somehow because like my songs playlist kept playing too long and it went into a song that's not in the playlist that is copyrighted, because that's happened before. I don't want like to have to fear the copyright claim. So, if we ever even make it that far, yeah, there we go, like Patreon, something like that. Although, I don't like asking folks for money. I've been blessed with a great job. I make more than enough money to to bury myself in debt with flight sim hardware and software. So like I don't need to be monetized. Like to me, it wouldn't be enough money to justify losing creative control, and then also having to like keep up with the Patreon and ask and like all that kind of shit. Like I have the little dono link in the description below, and like that's probably about as good as we'll get. And even with that is still like, maybe I have it set up wrong. And Shaq, you can speak more to this because you have like the dono button, because I'd be trolling the shit out of you with donations. But whenever somebody donates to me, PayPal puts that money on hold. And it's like on hold for a long time, like a hot 2-3 weeks before I can transfer it to my account. So like, what's the point? I want the back wing. It doesn't look over as much as I would like it to. Whatever, we'll go with that. That kind of illustrates some of the turbulence that we've been going through right now. That's hilarious. That's how you take care of her being mad at you for not spending time with her. Tell her you'll get avocado toast. Well, hey babe, I'll have some avocado toast delivered to the house. You shut the fuck up, leave me alone so I can fly them with my friends. I'm telling you though, like, it's very often that she just pisses me off. Just very very entitled, very girlfriend entitled, especially to my money. I don't think she means to be. She just doesn't make shit for money, and I do. So I think she's just gotten comfortable with like what's hers is hers and what's mine is hers. She's not a bad girl by any means. She's a great chick. But especially if I'm the breadwinner and I pay for a lot of your shit in life, you sure as fuck aren't gonna tell me when and when I cannot fly airplanes with my friends. That's kind of like, that's my limit. Like I'll if you want me to like do some dishes and vacuum and like do some things around the house, do a couple productive things to help you out before I stream, I'll do it. But if I'm still on the stream when you come home, I don't want to hear a fucking word about it. Or you can see your way right out my house and go kick rocks down the road. And I've told her this shit before too. She didn't like it. Hell, she got mad last night. She so we, for those of y'all who don't know, who are newer to the channel, for Christmas I got her / us a whole new bedroom set, a new mattress cover, like this whole, like the bedroom works, right? It cost me about $6,000 damn dollars. Well, yesterday morning, before I went to bed, I made some ramen noodles because I'm a petulant child, and I dumped all the water out, seasoned it up, and I ate my ramen noodles in the bed and watched little Parks and Rec before falling asleep. Well, last night I had my bowl, and I come bringing the bowl to the kitchen to wash and put it in the dishwasher. She goes, "What's that?" I said, "It's a bowl." She's like, "What's in it?" I was like, "Nothing," because I ate it all. She's like, "Well, what was in it?" I was like, "Ramen noodles." She said, "Why was it in the bedroom?" I was like, "Because I ate it in bed before I went to sleep." "Don't you be eating in bed." I'm like, "Hang on a minute. You said I can't eat in the bed." "No, you might get it in the bed." I'm like, "Fool, I paid for the bed. I'm going to eat in the bed." "Well, you ain't got to be mean about it." "I ain't being mean. I'm just spitting facts. If you don't like it, then go. There's another bed in the guest bedroom. Go in there. But if I pay for a bed and I want to eat in my bed, I'm going to eat in my motherfucking bed." I don't know why that's hard to understand. I don't know why that's mean either. It's not even mean. I'm just spitting facts. You know what I'm saying? So, now you know. That was a rant there, wasn't it? It's 21 days because you probably have a... No, I don't think so. Unless I somehow accidentally have it set up as a business. Yeah, I have no clue. I'd have to look. I haven't seen anything that said business, but I had my PayPal account set up for years and years. And it's been hacked like 5 fucking times. It's not that you need the money, it's more so us viewers get to show our appreciation for you and your content. True, memberships are just a cool way of showing thanks for what you do. That's true, it's a good way of looking at it. Well, I think what's it called? What'd you call it? Memberships. I think I'm a member on obviously Shack, B1, Blue and XP. I think that's about it. But like all the benefits that come with it, like the little emojis and whatever else stuff, like I always forget those even exist. And I usually just watch and talk in the chat. Although I have been trying to use Yippee a lot more in Shaq's chats, as well as some of his other stuff. I just always forget that they're even there. Still rocking a good 20-ish miles behind Zach. You can see his little chemtrail right there. That's so cool. They did the chemtrails really good. Like Prepared and FSX always had them, but they didn't trail out long enough. They're too short. And I think Microsoft Flight Sim's done a much better job with that. I just had to do the most immersive experience. I just had the most immersive experience with FSLTL. I was at Newark and was stuck in line with AI waiting to take off. Interesting, because when I run, well, I think I have. Never mind. When I run FSLTL, like I'll do the IFR flight plans, but like they'll land and then they disappear. I never see them taxiing out. I never see them taxiing in. But I also have live traffic within the traffic settings of the simulator turned off too. That's probably why. But if I want to see traffic, I'll usually just fly on vSWA because I don't trust the way that the sim handles traffic. Like airplanes, like you're taxiing around, all of a sudden an airplane comes whizzing by at like 500 feet off the ground. Nah, I'm good. But that definitely does add some immersion. I get that. Tell her I'm gonna eat in my bed with the socks off too. Tell your friends. Yes, sir. Shit, the only thing I had on was some basketball shorts. I wasn't even wearing no socks. I wasn't wearing no shirt. Nada. Just my damn britches and a bowl of ramen like a petulant child. I feel like it doesn't go to the other some of these other songs on a playlist. Here you go, Shaq. This one's for you. I know you like this one. Even if you get $100, it's internet and beer paid to play games. True. I am terrible at like accepting money and presents and stuff from people. I'm incredibly independent because I feel like as soon as I accept or take something, I have to give. Have y'all ever seen that episode of The Office where like what's his name? Dwight keeps like doing stuff for Andy, and Andy's doing stuff back for him, and it's like, what if I die and like I haven't opened the door for him? Like I owe him something. Like that's how I feel. We need to play this song for every takeoff. Yep, was stuck for at least 10 minutes waiting to take off. So the fun part with that is too, like now you can kind of think of, like from a pilot's perspective, the thought process that they go through when they're in a long departure line like that. You start looking at your fuel, look at your, like how much taxi fuel you're allotted yourself and how much fuel have you burned since you've started engines. Look at your min required takeoff fuel and start looking like, all right, well, how much fuel do I have left until I get to that min required takeoff fuel? If we get to that min required takeoff fuel, can we reduce the min required takeoff fuel? Can we move some of that fuel from above the line, like some of that required fuel for constraints, below the lines where it's not required? And Like, will we be good to take off, or we have to go back to gate and get more gas? I love those situations for that reason, because you can really start to put yourself into pilot's shoes and the things they have to think about and consider in real life operations. So we're going with that one here. Shit, keep it on button. Under options. No. Here, equipment. Window shades. It ain't study level if you ain't got no window shades. Baby, yeah. This is my jam. I'm a country music fan, but I can get down with that song. That one, and then the one I do the intro to, it's a lot of fun. This is a pretty good one too. Bruh, please try PSXT and live traffic. I'm plane spotting at DCA right now, and it's awesome. What the hell is PSXT? I've seen that. I've seen like plane spotting on YouTube, and it's like live traffic, but it's like through a simulator or something like that. Is that kind of what this is? Too bad Vera isn't here. She would be dancing in hell and Blake. Where's she at? What's she doing today? Zach. Ooh, did Zach step away from his computer? What's his damn flight number? 1724. Southwest 1724, yep. Ooh, he stepped away. He's gonna be in trouble. It's another AI injector. Okay. No, I have not even heard of that. What's it called? PSXT. You might have to send me that in a Discord message, because I'll forget. Hey boy, you better not step away from that there flight deck, and we're looking at your chemtrail. We can smell that little toot that you put out there. Well, I'll disregard them. Zach, I said we can see your. Well, you better not step away from that flight deck. We can see your contrail, and we can smell that there toot that you put out. But yeah, fucking that's him. Believe it or not, guys,
I hope it smells good there for you.
So believe it or not, in all the shots that I've taken over the past other streams, I never did feel any of them, maybe because they were too spread out throughout the stream. But being that we just hammered down four consecutive shots, feeling it a little bit, like a tad, like just a little tickle, like a preset buzz. You know, where you feel loose as a goose, going on out Patron. It's kind of where we're at. My wife coming back from Chicago. Gotcha. So Jay, is your wife like she gonna be able to go back to work anytime soon, or how's that whole situation going? I hate this one. Holidays, delays, and all. Wow, okay. Real-time traffic. Well, I have not heard of that. So, with that, does the sim like not control the traffic at all? because that's always my issue with like the real life traffic and FSLTL, is like the sim still controls the traffic in a lot of ways, and so it's very erroneous. You know, like I was talking about earlier, like you got airplanes flying by at 400 knots, 200 feet off the ground. You know, just a bunch of shit like that. So yeah, like, does the sim still control the traffic at all, or is it truly like live traffic? 30 nautical miles from top of descent. Let's see, where are we at? I am just over 80 miles from top of descent, so Zach's probably a good 60 or 70 miles from top of descent. You can see his little diamond right there. I had contrails after I ate refried beans. Yeah, man, Caesar salad dressing like tears me up, and I ate a Caesar wrap last night. I did not sleep good tonight, or earlier, like last night. I did not sleep good at all. I was constantly going to the bathroom. One of the times I woke up and I kicked one of the dog bones across the damn room, and it hit a wall, and it was super loud. And I was like, well, shit, there we go. I just woke everybody up. Trying to be sneaky. Major eye roll, I have no idea. Well, I guess don't let her get comfortable. Otherwise, she's just going to thinking that, all right, this is how it's going to be. I'm just not going to go back to work and just enjoy mom life. Fuck that. Back to work you go. And also, Jay, is she aware of the things that you've had to do and ask for to make ends meet? Because I would think that maybe that could also serve as like a kick in the ass to like, hey, if she's able, if she's truly able and healthy enough, carry your ass back to work. Hombre needs some help. Weren't put on this earth so she can just chill. The AI behavior is way better. It's on a 30 to 45 second delay from real time, so I would say it is external from the sim, but I might be wrong. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely worth giving it a shot. Do you like the Phoenix or PNG better? Well, it's kind of it's not a fair question specifically to me, because being that I am a manager of flight dispatch for an airline that operates only Airbuses, I have become more accustomed to, and I have grown to love the Airbus more from like a piloting perspective. I think it's just a what does it say? Midwest Hound TV. Well, Midwest, man, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. And again, for everybody else, if you haven't been in the chat, for every 5 likes, I'm taking a shot. So, Midwest, if you haven't liked it yet, smash the like button. Looks like we're at 23 likes right now. Need 2 more, and it'll be time for another swig. But back to your question, Liam. So I used to be like the world's biggest Boeing fan. I love Boeings. It's all about the 7.3 and the 7.5 before working at my current company. Because, you know, like to me, the Boeing was common sense, right? Like if you wanted to go LNAV, what do? You push LNAV. If you want to go VNAV, what do? You just push VNAV. If you want to go into heading select, just push heading select. Like it was very easy in that regard. And I couldn't understand Airbus. I couldn't understand the push-pull functionality, the dual functionality of the knobs and all that stuff. So I used to be like the biggest Boeing fan in the world, then started working at my current company, and I really started to learn the Airbus inside and out. I was able to understand the push-pull functionality after having like the right pilot explain it to me in an easy-to-think way. And so now that like I really understand the Airbus, I'm more of an Airbus fan. It's as far as workload goes, it's better on the workload, less task saturation. It's just more thought out of an airplane, more convenience. Little things like, for example, if right now we wanted to go direct to Sergeant, you put it in, bam, you hit execute. In fact, we'll just go ahead and do it. All right, well, actually, before we do that, let's say right now, let's go to a heading of 293, just a little bit of an offset. All right, so we're in heading select now, right? So the airplane is gradually, slightly turning to get us to a heading of 293. So we're in heading mode, and we say, hey, airplane, let's go direct to Sergeant. Put that in, hit execute. Well, we've told the airplane to go direct to Sergeant, but it's still in heading select. So we still have to reach up and hit LNAV. Yeah, it's not a big deal, but it's one more thing that you have to do. Whereas in the Airbus, if you're in heading mode and you tell the airplane go direct to this fix, it will automatically switch from heading to nav mode, and it's going to go into LNAV and start following that lateral path, because it's assuming that if you say, hey, go to this point, that you want to go to it, so it's going to take you to it. Whereas this airplane, you got to put it in, execute, and then if you don't remember to go hit LNAV, it's not going to take you to it because you're still sitting in heading mode. When the airplane, if it was more thought out and we're not operating on 60s technology at the core of the airplane, would take you to that fix. So that's just kind of why I'm an Airbus guy, but I'm very biased solely because my operator or my company operates Airbuses. But don't get me wrong, I love both. For me, it's Phoenix. It's more immersive. It's more thought out. It's more higher fidelity. We got all the failures. You got circuit breakers. You got the EFB. You have a lot of realism within that EFB with the way that it plans and loads your zero fuel weight. It's just a lot more to it as far as Phoenix goes. You get a lot more bang for your buck. Phoenix is $50, whereas PNG 737-800, 700, you're looking like $70, $80, something in that range. So for me, it's Phoenix. Sounds like we're flying into Japan. We ain't. We're flying to Indianapolis. She's applying but not being aggressive about it either. I see. So like she's acting like one of them folks on like government assistance where it's like, oh yeah, I'm applying for jobs, but like they don't show up to job interviews because they want their free ride. That would piss me off. What you have for the shot? It says 20. Oh, it says 25 for you. And it's probably accurate. Let me open it up in a separate window. Sometimes my the data that I get is a little bit behind or inaccurate. I see 24, but with one click of my mouse, I can make it 25, as I can like my own stream. Maybe it's against the rules, maybe it's not, but it just showed 25 on my side. So for the alcohol, now we're not taking like straight shots of moonshine or anything like that, but it's called Cantera Negra. It is coffee liquor, so it's actually coffee tequila, made with 100% agave in Mexico. And this shit is delicious. If you love coffee and you like alcohol, son, this is a match made in heaven. So we've already taken 4 shots today. Let's take the 5th. The record I've had so far is 7, but we threw in some other criteria, like if I landed less than 200 feet per minute, took a shot. If I landed less than 100 feet per minute, it was 2 shots. We can do that again for this one if we like. Yes. See, let's shortcut this thing a little bit, and let's see if we can't make a parallel landing with Zach. Hey, Zach.
Yeah, go ahead.
What runway are you planning to land on?
Come again.
What runway are you planning to land on? Roger that. I'm gonna switch over to 2-3 left and take a little bit of a shortcut just to see if I can get us on the parallel landing.
Sounds good.
Bam. Alright, 2-3 left. Arrival not available for runway. Really? It might be stuck. Sim brief. Snake pit 2. There we go. Snake pit 2 to 2-3 left. Looking good there. Clang. We'll leave that out for now. Sweet. All right, so let's brief up the approach real quick. So we got Blanta open already. So Navigraph, I just need to get 2-3 left pulled up. Hide that. We'll enlarge this. Before we brief it up, I'm going to tune it. So we got 111, 1.5. I know y'all can't see it. It's not a big deal. It's not that y'all are missing anything extravagant. And then our course heading is 230. So typically the pilots will have everything tuned up before they brief it up. That way they can cross-check as they brief. $230. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So this is going to be a right seat landing. We're going to go flaps. Oh wow! Somebody just went past us. See that as we fly with that chemtrail here in a second. Yeah, there they go. That looks nice. And they're turning. Screenshots. Cool. Blanta. Alright, so we are going to be landing, we're planning to land on ILS runway 23 left. Approach fix is 111.15 with final approach course at 230 degrees. Final approach fix is pacer at 2,600 feet. Our decision height is 200 feet off the ground. Touchdown zone elevation is 790. We've got that set in the pressurization panel. We have a standard 30-degree glide slope with approach lights, PAPI on the left. If we go mist, we'll climb 1,500 and a climbing left turn to 3,000 on a 100-degree heading. To shoot this approach, we need 200-foot ceilings, half-mile visibility. How do I get that back? It's not what I need. Here. Taxi. Info continued. Alright, on runway 23 right, we have high intensity runway lights, turn on lights, approach lights, PAPI on the left. There's a 3-degree glide path on the PAPI. It's grooved. RVR's reporting. We got 10,000, 40 feet of runway from the glide slope. It's 150 feet wide. Once we land, it's going to be a right-hand turnoff. Hang on a minute. We're taking 2-3 left, right? I did this yesterday. I got it confused. 2-3 left. 2-3 left. 230. Yeah, that was the right one. Okay. Anyways, it's going to be a right-hand turnoff. We'll probably turn off at Charlie 7. Backtrack down Charlie to uniform over to the terminal. It's going to be a right seat landing. Flaps 40. Full reverse. And if y'all got any questions, throw it in the chat. Let's see what our bottom altitude is. Clang. Oh god, Clang's up north. We don't want that. Let's get rid of Clang. We'll get rid of CF BNT as well. Execute that. Cool. Don't care here. Alright, the VREF is going to be 128 knots. And we're starting to come down. Top altitude's going to be 5,000 feet. That'll be the start of our approach. Let's see what kind of shortcut we can give ourselves. And catch up with Zach a little bit and try to get a parallel landing. Nits, index, perf. That. Shut up. Hit the trim wheel. I'm gonna get rid of the trim wheel. And why is it climbing? It shouldn't be climbing like that. It's because the autopilot never re-engaged. Duh. Well, so much for catching up with Zach now. Because now that bit of shortcut that we took, we just lost any added time. Since we were like climbing and getting slower. Alright, auto brake is low, ILS is tuned. Looking good, looking good. Liam, okay, I've always been a Boeing fan as well, but lately I've flown a lot of JetBlue on the 320 and 330. Starting to fall in love with the plane, just wanted you to get your opinion. Absolutely, man. And it's the more that you fly the plane and the more that you get to learn it, the more you'll fall in love with it. I think it has awesome flight modes like managed descent, open descent. The way that those work, I think, are very well thought out, as well as managed climb, open climb. There's nifty little tricks too to expedite things. Like, for example, if you're trying to come down really fast, there's a cool little technique using the autopilot to where you can make the airplane descend super fast. Stuff like that. It's just it's a very fun airplane to fly. Alright, so his chemtrail stopped, so he's... Where'd he go? I just saw his lights a second ago. And I don't see him on TCAS no more. Zach, you didn't get disconnected, did you? Just to confirm. You should have still been on TCAS. Unless there's too much separation. Using live weather, yes. And okay. Oh yeah, that looks great. Jay's flying some United Airlines action right now, showing off the sunset from his PC. Same sunset that we're seeing. Okay, cool. Just making sure. I figured I still would have seen you on TCAS. Maybe not. $26 likes. On our way to 30. I don't think I've ever gotten. I've gotten 30 likes a couple of times during streams. I don't think I've ever reached more than 30 too many times. It'd be pretty cool if we got to it this time on this stream. I was planning on streaming tomorrow, but I may not be able to. One of my really good friends is becoming a dispatcher himself. He just passed his ADX. Now he's getting into the flight sim or the flight planning side of everything, which is more of what we do as dispatchers on the day-to-day that I can help him with. So he's going to come over tomorrow afternoon, and we're going to cover some flight planning. We're going to cover SIDs and stars, airways, like high altitude airways, low altitude airways, GPS airways, stuff like that. Probably make some mock-up flight plans, like when is an alternate required, the 1, 2, 3 rule, trying to get him a little more proficient with all of that, get him ready for his oral and practical exam with the FAA. So that's what him and I will be doing from basically 1 o'clock on tomorrow. So if I can stream before then, I will. If not, then I probably won't stream tomorrow. And then Thursday I've got to get an oil change, and then I can stream. So that's the plan. Probably take a break from Virtual Southwest and maybe fly the Headwind A330, or maybe try the A310 again and see if we can do it without crashing and dying this time. Shut up, Jake, 'cause I know you're going to bring it up. Dogs know it's time to EAT. Alright, let's put in our new center line. PACRR. Zero 50. Cool. Alright, let's pull up the weather real quick. Typically you'd want to do this before getting this, before you're descending into the airport. We'll pull up the weather for Indy and see what it's looking like. Winds are 260 at 11, 10 statute miles, broken at 1400. Temperature 6, dew point 2, altimeter is 2975. Now, if you have ceilings that are less than 2,000 feet, an hour before, hour after arrival, you would require an alternate. We have broken at 14. Broken is a ceiling. So based off the METAR, we would require, but it did not require whenever we left Baltimore. Therefore, based off of my company's op specs, every airline's different. They do things a little bit differently. But based off of the way that we do stuff at my company, if the TAF changes before the wheels roll for the purpose of flight, so or the aircraft moves for purpose of flight, so basically push out of the gate, then we would have to amend the release and put an alternate on and get more gas if required. And if it happens after we push, then we don't need it. This happened after we pushed, so we don't require. As a dispatcher, I'd probably reach out to the captain and be like, hey, ceilings are broken at 1400. Are you comfortable continuing without an alternate? And most pilots would be comfortable because broken at 1400 ain't shit, especially in a Cat 2, Cat 3 qualified aircraft. Going to an airport with Cat 2, Cat 3, nobody would really care about that. But just a little spatchy info for you. This is 2975. 975. So 975. Indy traffic southwest 370 is about 30 miles to the east northeast. We'll be planning on ILS 33 left. We'll call final Indy. It crashed. Yeah, man, getting folks into dispatch. God knows we need it. We're the pool is running dry of dispatchers with experience, that's for sure. The big four keep snagging them all up. Although I get it, you know, especially for anybody who's a brand new dispatcher, and you're at your regional carrier, or you're at, maybe say like you're at your second company, something like that. For most people, it's the goal is to make it to Delta or American, United, or Southwest. So if people are able to get there a lot quicker, then they'll typically won't hang out very long at like regional carriers or some of the smaller major carriers like Spirit and Frontier. I would like if we could pick him up on TCAS, but we should remain on the inside of him. He's going to 2-3 right. He's already on our right side of the airplane. So as we turn, like this is him and this is us, he'd be coming in like this. As we turn in, we'll end up like we won't ever cross each other's paths, so we should be fine. Oh, I think I see him now. Yep. Come on, Crystal. I'm not gonna answer. She's gonna get mad. I see him. There he be. There be, old son. I hate though when you zoom in, like their lights get harder to see. Zoom out, they get brighter.
I have you on my TCAS now. Just let you know.
Well, thank you, sir. Got you on mine, and we got a visual on you as well. We'll maintain visual separation. It looks like he's right on my center line. Whoa, Nelly. I guess he's not. Well, I don't know. As long as it keeps scooting off to the right. Although we are in a, no, we're 20 mile range. We'll keep an eye. This is kind of cool though, I'm not gonna lie, being coming in where we can see them the whole way. Alright, so right now it is 7 degrees Celsius. It should warm up a little bit as we descend. Uh-oh, Crystal wants to go get video tacos and margaritas. Before I go somewhere else and drink more alcohol, let me hide the fact that I was drinking alcohol tonight. I'm gonna put this up real quick. Okay, we're at 27 likes, so I don't have to take on the shot anyways. Okay, be right back, guys. Shh, don't tell her. But for real though, I really don't give a shit. It's, you know, it's one of those kind of things. It's like one of those small battles. I don't want to have to listen to her bullshit, so I just hide it. But if I really cared, or didn't care rather, I just, like, yeah, I took 5 shots of tequila before going to drink 42 ounces of tequila. What's the problem with that? I mean, I'm not an alcoholic. I just drink socially with my friends on the internet. Why can't I drink with my friends? Damn, look at his lights. Holy shit. That was fucking cool. Like, you could see his volumetric lights as he descended into the clouds. Wow, that's some next level shit. Never seen that. Here we go. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that is just... And he disappeared. 10 degrees Celsius. Engine anti-ice on. And let's arm up the approach. Oh, we were frozen. Approach. Process. Dude, oh my gosh, that is just so cool. Have y'all ever seen that? Look at that. Wow. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Alright, let's see. Our missed approach altitude again. $3,000. Localizer captured.
Southwest 1724 is on 10 mile final for 23 right. Indy.
Indy traffic southwest 370 is on a 13 mile final. Runway 23 left. Indy. Man, what about this approach though? Like these clouds. Alright, let's tank that speed down a bit. We might pass his ass. Yeah, we passed him.
Indianapolis traffic, FedEx 5150, be landing over runway 23 left, holding short for incoming traffic. Indianapolis traffic.
That's just too cool. Airplane's not slowing down. Let's go gear down. Help slow us down. Indy traffic southwest 370 is on a 8 mile final. Runway 23 left, Indianapolis. Dude, this is just sim porn right now. Oh my gosh. Come on. How'd it slow down that fast? Nothing to see here, folks. Oh, it's because of the
traffic,
spoilers.
1724, zone 7 mile, final full runway, 23 right.
Those winds are not letting... That VLS will not go down. There it goes. Get on down there. That trim was way out of whack because of the way the airplane was trying to pitch up with too slow a speed. So don't try this at home, throwing your spoilers out like this. Actually, only try it at home. Don't try it in real world. $18 knot right quarter and crosswind. Catch back with the glide path, or glide slope, rather. Alright, landing gears down, flaps green, or flaps full, flaps 40, whatever Boeing logic is, logo, lingo, O's, all the O's. Yeah, it's terrible. Crabbing like crazy. Indy traffic, southwest 370s on a 3 mile, correction, 1.5 mile final, runway 23 left.
Traffic, southwest 1724, 2.5 mile final for 23 right, Indy.
100. 50. 30.
Any traffic, 5150, lining up 23 left.
10.
That was ugly. Ugly. Indy traffic, southwest 370s vacated runway 23 left. Indy.
Alright, 5150, taking off runway 23 left, look, sir.
Get after it, old son. Happy flights to you. Oof, that was rough. That was way rough. That was real bad. We probably should have like broke off that approach, flew a 360, and oh yeah, oh yeah. Woo! Get after it. That was nice. Man, so much, just so much porn, so much sim porn.
Alright, in traffic, 5150, clear of runway 23 left. See you in New Jersey.
Alright, alright, alright.
Alright.
That's fun. Alright, so we'll park this thing and then we'll run through a quick debrief. See how we did on virtual Southwest. and then I'm gonna go eat tacos and drink marks. Who's coming?
City traffic, Southwest 1724, vacated runway 23 right.
Not gonna lie, guys, it is so much easier to taxi on with a tiller. Jesus. Shit, y'all that said 104 negative 90. I got a negative 223.
Traffic.
Them winds were squirrely.
To the gate by Bravo, Sierra, Indy.
So we'll park next to Zach. He should be around this corner, I would imagine. Zach, are you going to park in the alleyway or are you going to park on the other side?
I'm probably going for the alleyway.
Roger that. We'll follow you in.
You're actually probably going to beat me there.
Yeah, we're just chilling. I need parking gates and coordinates. Call it Bravo 14. Oh wait, shit. I'm so used to clicking that twice. And of course it's not gonna work. I don't even see the thottle thing anywhere. Maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe thottle quits running. Yeah, I think like thottle times out. There we go. Bravo 14. Okay, we're going to take Bravo 14.
Sounds good.
So guys, as you can see there, I was turning the taxi light on and off, and that was to show Zach that like you only have the taxi light on when you're moving, and that shows other aircraft that like if you have your taxi light off, that you don't intend to move. So he knew I wasn't going to go ahead and try and go in, even though I told him I was, going to follow him in. Just didn't want any confusion.
Sorry, man, my fish got out again.
What? Alright, taxi lights off. Shutting down 2.
Did you say your fish got out again?
Alright. Parking brake set. Number 1 is off. Anti-collision lights off. Fuel pumps. Hydraulics. Probe heat. Seatbelt sign. Come on down here. Actually, we'll do tab GSX.
Foxtrot Delta X-ray 5150 on frequency.
And let's request deboarding. Dance, monkey! Guess not. That's some shit Shaq would say.
Foxtrot Delta X-ray 5150 on frequency.
As always, wrong side. That's fine with you. Have a good one.
Hey man, you do the same. That's like 3 streams in a row that you've been able to fly with us. It's awesome. And I don't know if you were watching the stream the whole time, but you should go back and see yourself on the parallel with us. It looked great. Your volumetric lights were showing, the whole deal. It was absolutely flight sim porn.
I'll have to go take a look at it. Have a good one.
You do the same. Alright guys, let's debrief right quick while our ground crew is unloading the aircraft before the girlfriend gets home. So now we're going to jump back to our Pegasus client, and we're going to go to back to booking, or actually ACARS, complete. Actually, it completes for you. We just filed it, and now that that's done, we can close this, go back to our vSWA, and we can view our last PIREP right here on the home screen. Let's go to View PIREP. And here is a breakdown of our points. So we got 10 points for being connected to VETSIM, 10 points for engine shutdown in the gate, 50 points for a safe landing, 20 points for the flight being between an hour and 2 hours, 25 minutes of preparation, or 25 points for 25 minutes of preparation, and then 100 points for starting the flight. Did not do a single engine taxi out like I did the last couple of streams, so that's some points there that is lost. And I believe it seems like to me to get the 2-engine taxi in, need to shut down quite a ways before getting to the gate and actually have like a lengthier taxi on that number 1 engine. Let's see some other details here. Our total flight time was 1 hour and 23 minutes. We landed at negative 226 feet per minute. Had a nice swirly little right quartering crosswind from the right side. Let's see, we were due to be out at 21:30, so we were 4 minutes late getting out of the gate. Got out at 21:34, off at 21:45. We were on at 23:16, and again, like, this doesn't make any sense. I think these two need to be swapped. This is end time, so we were on at 23:08, in at 23:16. So if any of the guys who run Virtual Southwest, and if not, I'll reach out to y'all on Discord, but maybe we can reach out to VMCs, however you say it, and get them to fix this, because those are wrong. But anyways, 447 nautical miles traveled, 116 passengers with 2,000 kilos of payload. We burned 3.5 kilos of fuel, 10-minute taxi out, 7-minute taxi in. Nice flight. It was a lot of fun. Man, I'm telling you, I have not seen that much plane porn, like, really on any stream, I don't believe. Just the way that, like, everything looked coming in on the parallel, the volumetric lights. We had FedEx Heavy holding short, took off right behind. Like, that was a good looking stream, man. I wish every stream could look that dang good. But anyways, guys, well, I'm going to jump off of here and get ready to go out to eat and drink some margaritas and eat some birria tacos and some nachos and queso. And in my queso, I like the chorizo, you know. Ay, ay, ay. Anyways, guys, thank everybody so much for coming along and hanging out. I greatly appreciate it. We did not fly a 321neo. I just realized I didn't change that in the overlay. Thank you to the new subscribers. Please join the Discord. Discord link is in the description below, along with the Discord to Virtual Southwest and the link to Virtual Southwest if you want to join. As always, be good or be good at it. And until the next time, which will probably be Thursday, keep it on the wrong side. We'll see y'all soon. Take care and have a great night. See ya.